The following presentation is best experienced with headphones.
Hello, honored guests. Today the Circle has decided to meet in the observatory. If you will follow me, I will lead you there. Claudio has not stopped talking about the musical premiere from your last visit. He is already trying to figure out how we can do a full staging of it in the Calliope for the residents of the house.
Oh, hello, Nemo. Hello, honored guests.
Lady Morgana, I was not expecting to run into you in the halls.
I'm just on my way to the observatory. After visiting the aviary, we received a letter from the traveler.
So soon? Is he all right?
Oh, yes, he just wanted to let us know that he was starting his journey in Oz, which I think is a wonderful idea. Oz is home to so many wise people, after all.
So I have heard. I have never had a reason to visit it before myself, but we can talk more about all of that another time, Lady Morgana. We have arrived. Might I leave our honored guests in your care?
Of course, Nemo. Come along, honored guests. Let's say hello to the rest of the circle.
Hello, honored guests. Oh, and Lady Morgana.
As I was just telling our honored guests, I have just been to the aviary where I received a letter from the traveler. It seems he decided to begin his journey with a visit to Oz to consult with our old friend Glinda.
Excellent. I'm sure that she can point him in the right direction.
I wish I could visit Oz, but apparently they don't eat pizza there.
Ah, hello, Jax. I didn't think you'd be joining us. I thought you were working.
I am technically, but my delivery to 17 Cherry Tree Lane went quicker than it should have. Though it was a bit of a roller coaster.
What happened?
Well, first, a very kind but no-nonsense nanny told me, and I quote, "Sorry, dear, this pizza was obviously ordered by error. Children under my care would never eat such nonsense." And she paid me for it with a generous tip and sent me on my way. I didn't know what I was going to do with the pizza, but a charming matchman took it off my hands and helped me jump through a chalk drawing, which got me back here with plenty of time to visit with all of you.
And just in time for our story.
Yes, I believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames.
The fire burns bright, with stories ever knowing.
Oh my! Is it abnormal for the flames to visit a place that it brought us so long ago?
Yes, the Scaldric flames are not opposed to cutting pieces from either the beginning, middle, or even end of a story if it suits their purposes. Here, honored guests, we are returning to East Egg to check in on our old friend, the Great Gatsby.
Oh, I do hope there's another party like the last time you all got to visit here. I'm sad that I missed it.
It was when curiosity about Gatsby was at its highest that the lights in his house failed to go on one Saturday night. Nick Carraway observed this.
Only gradually did I become aware that the automobiles which turned expectantly into his drive stayed for just a minute and then drove sulkily away. Next day, Gatsby called me on the phone.
Nick.
Going away?
No, old sport.
I hear you aren't having people over anymore.
I wanted somebody who wouldn't gossip. Daisy comes over quite often, in the afternoons.
I see.
I'm calling up at Daisy's request. Would you come to lunch at her house tomorrow? Miss Baker would be there.
Undoubtedly, Nick Carraway knew
Something was up.
The next day was broiling as Nick and Gatsby made the journey to Daisy's house.
When we arrived, we were told to go to the salon. The room was dark and cool, and I could see Daisy and Jordan lying upon an enormous couch.
We can't move.
And Mr. Thomas Buchanan, the athlete?
They say he's on the phone with his mistress.
As if summoned, Tom Buchanan flung the door open and cried,
Mr. Gatsby, I'm glad to see you, sir. Nick?
There was a pause, and then I heard Daisy say,
Make us a cold drink.
As Tom left, we watched as Daisy went over to Gatsby and said,
You know I love you.
I could see Jordan was growing fearsome of Tom returning, and she interrupted with,
You forget there's a lady present.
Oh, really? Where?
Just then, Tom came back with drinks.
I read somewhere that the sun's getting hotter every year. It seems that pretty soon the Earth's going to fall into the sun. Oh, wait a minute. It's just the opposite. The sun's getting colder every year. Gatsby, Nick, come outside. I'd like you to have a look at the place.
The three went out upon the veranda, Nick watching Gatsby all the while, and Gatsby watching something across the water.
I'm right across from you.
Another pause, and Tom said,
So you are.
The afternoon would be full of these pauses, and Nick thought they ought to go inside before they melt.
We had luncheon in the dining room, darkened, too, against the heat, and Daisy went on.
What'll we do with ourselves this afternoon, and the day after that, and the next 30 years?
Don't be morbid. Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall.
But it's so hot. Everything's so confused. Let's all go to town. Who wants to go to town?
We all watched as Gatsby's eyes floated toward Daisy, and then everything changed.
You look so cool. You always look so cool.
She had told him that she loved him.
And Tom Buchanan saw.
All right. I'm perfectly willing to go to town. Come on. We're all going to town.
No one moved.
Come on. What's the matter anyhow? If we're going to town, let's start.
Shall we all go in my car?
Is it standard shift?
Yes.
Well, you can take my coupe and let me drive your car to town.
I watched and saw this was distasteful to Gatsby.
I don't think there's much gas.
Nonsense. Come on, Daisy. I'll take you in this circus wagon.
You take Nick and Jordan. We'll follow you in the coupe.
Jordan and Tom and I got into the front seat of Gatsby's car, and we were off. Tom started immediately.
Did you see that?
See what?
You think I'm pretty dumb, don't you? Perhaps I am, but I have almost second sight sometimes that tells me what to do. I've made a small investigation of this fella. I could have gone deeper if I'd known.
And you found he was an Oxford man.
An Oxford man? Like hell he is.
Nevertheless, he's an Oxford man.
Oxford, New Mexico, or something like that.
The three sped along towards the Astoria Hotel.
After what seemed a long time, we came in sight of the blue coupe and pulled alongside it. Daisy's voice was immediately there.
Where are we going? It's so hot.
I think each of us said something of an idea. It was hard to tell in the heat, and we ended up getting a suite at the Astoria. Daisy led us into the room, again being the first to speak.
Open another window.
There aren't any more.
Well, we better telephone for an ex.
The thing to do is to forget about the heat. You make it 10 times worse by crabbing about it.
Why not let her alone, old sport?
Silence. That's a great expression of yours, isn't it?
What is?
All this old sport business. Where'd you pick that up?
Now, see here, Tom, if you're going to make personal remarks, I won't stay here a minute. Call up and order some ice.
Imagine marrying anybody in this heat.
Still, I was married in the middle of June. Louisville in June. Somebody fainted. Who was it fainted, Tom?
Biloxi. A man named Biloxi. Blocks Biloxi, and he made boxes. That's a fact. And he was from Biloxi, Tennessee.
I watched Gatsby's foot beat a short, restless rhythm, and Tom spoke again suddenly.
By the way, Mr. Gatsby, I understand you're an Oxford man.
Not exactly.
Oh, yes. I understand you went to Oxford.
Yes, I went there.
I'd like to know when.
It was 1919. I only stayed 5 months. That's why I can't really call myself an Oxford man. It was an opportunity they gave to some of the officers after the armistice. We could go to any university in England or France.
Again there was
silence.
And then
What kind of row are you trying to cause in my house anyhow?
He isn't causing a row. You're causing a row. Please, have a little self-control.
Self-control? I suppose the latest thing is to sit back and let Mr. Nobody from nowhere fall in love with your wife. Well, if that's the idea, you can count me out.
I've got something to tell you, old sport.
Please don't. Please, let's all go home. Why don't we all go home?
That's a good idea. Come on, Tom.
I want to know what Mr. Gatsby has to tell me.
Your wife doesn't love you. She's never loved you. She loves me.
You must be crazy.
She's never loved you, do you hear? She's only married to you because I was poor and she was tired of waiting for me. It was a terrible mistake, but in her heart, she never loved anyone except me.
Tom,
Sit down, Daisy.
Another pause.
What's been going on? I want to hear all about it.
I told you what's been going on. Going on for 5 years. And you didn't know.
You've been seeing this fellow for 5 years?
Not seeing. No, we couldn't meet. But both of us loved each other all that time, old sport. And you didn't know. I used to laugh sometimes. To think that you didn't know.
Oh, that's all. You're crazy. I can't speak about what happened 5 years ago because I didn't know Daisy then. But all the rest of that's a dirty lie. Daisy loved me when she married me, and she loves me now.
No.
And what's more, I love Daisy too. Once in a while, I go off on a spree and make a fool of myself. But I always come back, and in my heart, I love her all the time.
You're revolting. Does anyone know why we left Chicago? I'm surprised they didn't treat you to the story of that little spree.
Daisy, that's all over now. It doesn't matter anymore. Just tell him the truth. That you never loved him. And it's all wiped out forever.
What? How could I love him? Possibly.
You never loved him.
She hesitated.
I never loved him.
Not at Capiolani?
No.
Not the day I carried you down from the punch bowl to keep your shoes dry? Daisy?
Please don't. There, Jay, I said it, but you want too much. I love you now. Isn't that enough? I can't help what's past. I did love him once, but I loved you too.
You loved me too?
Even that's a lie. She didn't know you were alive. Why, there's things between Daisy and me that you'll never know. Things that neither of us can ever forget.
I want to speak to Daisy alone. She's all excited now.
Even alone, I can't say I never loved Tom. It wouldn't be true.
Of course it would.
As if it mattered to you.
Of course it matters. I'm going to take better care of you from now on.
You don't understand. You're not going to take care of her anymore.
I'm not? Why's that?
Daisy's leaving you.
Nonsense.
I am, though.
She's not leaving me. Certainly not for a common swindler who'd have to steal the ring he put on her finger. I won't stand for this.
Please, let's get out. Let's go home, please.
I could see that with every word, Daisy was drawing further and further into herself.
Please, Tom, I can't stand this anymore.
Whatever courage she had had was definitely gone.
You two start on home, Daisy, in Mr. Gatsby's car.
Another pause.
Go on. He won't annoy you. I think he realizes that his presumptuous little flirtation is over.
I watched them leave without a word, snapped out, made accidental, isolated, like ghosts.
Ghosts.
There was no way they could have known that nothing would ever be the same after that drive back.
No way to know.
No way to know.
No way to know that Tom's mistress would see a car driving past, thinking it was Mr. Buchanan, and run straight for the path.
With Daisy driving.
After the incident, of course, all blame was tossed off of Daisy, with Gatsby as the driver, and ways to cover the whole thing up. But we were all never the same after that night. I couldn't sleep.
So Nick Carraway crossed his lawn that night and spoke to Mr. Gatsby.
For the last time.
You ought to go away. It's pretty certain they'll trace your car.
Go away now. Old sport.
Go to Atlantic City for a week or up to Montreal.
I couldn't possibly leave Daisy. I have to know what she is going to do. She has to tell me.
He was clutching at some last hope, and I couldn't bear to shake him free. Then Gatsby told me about Daisy.
She was the first nice girl I had ever known. I knew that Daisy was extraordinary, but I didn't realize just how extraordinary a nice girl could be. She would vanish into a rich house, into a rich life, full life, leaving me nothing. I felt married to her. That was all.
That's all?
I can't describe to you how surprised I was to find out I loved her, old sport. I even hoped for a while that she'd throw me over, but she didn't, because she was in love with me too. I left for the war, and we corresponded by letter, but she wanted her life shaped now, immediately, and the decision had to be made by some force.
And you didn't have that force?
That force took shape in the middle of spring with the arrival of Tom Buchanan. Daisy's letter reached me while I was still at Oxford. I don't think she ever loved him. You must remember, old sport, she was very excited this afternoon. He told her those things in a way that frightened her, that made it look as if I was some kind of cheap shopper. But the result was she hardly knew what she was saying. In any case, it was just personal.
It was 9 o'clock when we finished breakfast and went out on the porch. The gardener came to the foot of the steps.
I'm going to drain the pool today, Mr. Gatsby. Leaves will start falling pretty soon, and then there's always trouble with the pipes.
Don't do it today. You know, old sport, I've never used that pool all summer.
I'll call you up.
Do, old sport.
I'll call you about noon.
I suppose Daisy will call too.
I suppose so.
Well, goodbye, old sport.
The two friends shook hands, and Nick started away. Just before he reached the hedge, he turned around.
They're a rotten crowd. You're worth the whole damn bunch put together.
Nick was always glad he said that.
It was the only compliment I ever gave him, and he smiled radiantly at me.
At 2 o'clock, Gatsby put on his bathing suit and left word with the butler that if anyone phoned word was to be brought to him at the pool.
No telephone message arrived.
The chauffeur heard the shots. Afterwards, he could only say that he hadn't thought anything much about them.
When I heard, I drove from the station directly to Gatsby's house. In the pool, there was a faint, barely perceptible movement of the water, and a thin, red circle.
It was after that the gardener saw someone's body a little way off in the grass.
This was confirmed to be the husband of Tom's mistress, who had died at the accident that previous night. I called up Daisy half an hour after we found him, and a butler answered.
Buchanan residence.
Is Daisy available?
Mr. and Mrs. Buchanan have left, with baggage ready.
Where have they gone?
They did not leave an address.
No address?
No.
Say when they'd be back?
No.
Any idea where they are? How I could reach them?
I don't know. Can't say.
Nick hung up the phone and looked to where Gatsby lay.
I wanted to get somebody for him. I wanted to go into the room where he lay and reassure him. But no one came. I think it was the third day that a telegram signed Henry C. Gatz arrived from a town in Minnesota. It said only that the sender was leaving immediately and to postpone the funeral until he came.
It was Gatsby's father. He told Nick when he arrived.
I saw it in the Chicago newspaper. It was all in the Chicago newspaper. I started right away. I didn't know how to reach you. He was a madman. He must have been mad. Wouldn't you like some coffee? I don't want anything. I'm all right now, Mr. Caraway. Well, I'm all right now. Where do they got Jimmy? I took him into the drawing room where his son lay and left him there. After a while, Mr. Gatz opened the door. Who laid him there? I didn't know what you'd want, Mr. Gatsby. Getz is my name. Mr. Gatz. I thought you might want to take the body west. Jimmy always liked it better down east. He rose up to his position in the east. You are a friend of my boys, Mr.? We were close friends. He had a big future before him, you know. He was only a young man, but he had a lot of brain power. If he'd lived, he'd have been a great man. A man like James J. Hill. He'd have helped build up the country. That's true.
Their conversation fizzled out, and Nick went to attend a phone ringing close by.
This is Mr. Carraway.
Oh, this is Clipspringer.
Nick became relieved, for that seemed to promise another friend at Gatsby's grave.
The funeral's tomorrow, 3 o'clock, here at the house. I wish you'd tell anybody who'd be interested.
Oh, I will. Of course, I'm not likely to see anybody, but if I do...
Of course, you'll be there, yourself.
Well, I'll certainly try. What I called up about is...
Wait a minute. How about saying you'll come?
Well, the fact is... The truth of the matter is that I'm staying with some people up here in Greenwich, and they rather expect me to be with them tomorrow. In fact, there's sort of a picnic or something. Of course, I'll do my best to get away.
Huh.
What I called up about was a pair of shoes I left there. I wonder if it'd be too much trouble to have the butler send them on. You see, they're tennis shoes, and I'm sort of helpless without them. My address is care of B. F.
Nick didn't hear the rest of the name, because he hung up the receiver.
After that, I felt a certain shame for Gatsby. But I went next door and found Mr. Gatz walking up and down excitedly in the hall. Jimmy sent me this picture. Look here.
It was a photograph of the house, cracked in the corners and dirty with many hands. He pointed out every detail eagerly.
Look there. Jimmy sent it to me. I think it's a very pretty picture. It shows up well. Very well. Had you seen him lately? He come out to see me 2 years ago and bought me the house I live in now. Of course, he was broke up when he run off from home. But I see now there was a reason for it. He knew he had a big future in front of him, and ever since he made a success, he was very generous with me. Yes, Mr. Gatz. Jimmy was bound to get ahead. He always had some resolves like this or something. Do you notice what he's got about improving his mind? He was always great for that. I nodded to Gatsby's father, wondering again if we would be the only ones in attendance at the funeral. The next day, a little before 3, the minister arrived, and I began to look out the windows for other cars.
So did Gatsby's father.
But it wasn't any use. Nobody came. Gatsby's house was still empty when I left. I looked out over the water, and there it was, the green light. Gatsby believed in the green light, the future that year by year recedes before us. It eluded us then, but that's no matter. Tomorrow we will run faster, stretch out our arms further, and one fine morning. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past.
The end.
Well, I suppose that was about as far from a party as you can get. Oh well, we'll be back with the circle soon, honored guests.
Such a tragic end. Poor Gatsby and poor Nick.
Yes, the attachment to the past. I begin to see why the Grand Master says it can become a poison. Jax?
Yes, Ileana?
I must say that I am impressed by your ability to connect to the hearts around you. Also, the Grand Master told me what you and that man did for the house. For what it is worth, I believe that you deserve a seal, though I admit that I have no say in who receives them.
Thanks, Ileana. That means a lot.
The others will not be so easy to convince, though.
Oh, I think I already have that figured out.
Ah, good. You're all still meeting. Lucre sent me. They received a letter for you from the Traveller.
Thank you, Guy. I'll take that.
What does it say?
He writes, Dear friends, I have had a lovely talk with Glinda.
She gave me some great advice and then shared a poem with me. I have recorded it below for all of you. It's from our old friend, Edgar Allan Poe.
A dream within a dream.
Take this kiss upon the brow.
And, in parting from you now,
thus much let me avow.
You are not wrong who deem
that my days have been a dream. Yet if hope has flown away,
in a night or in a day,
in a vision or in none,
is it therefore
the less gone?
All that we see or seem
is but a dream within a dream. I stand amid the roar
of a surf-tormented shore,
and I hold within my hand
grains of the golden sand. How few,
yet how they creep
through my fingers to the deep,
while I weep, while I weep. Oh, can I not grasp them with a tighter clasp?
Oh, can I not save one from the pitiless wave?
Is all that we see or seem but a dream within a dream?
After she recited this to me, I was swept away from Oz, as if by a great wind. I am surrounded by fog and cold, and I don't know where I am now, but that isn't what is worrying me. This place feels less real, or maybe it's the other way around and it's me that's fading. I start to wonder if this quest of mine is a good idea, but for now at least I must continue on. There are some trees here among the fog, and a dove that says he's willing to carry this letter to you. I hope it finds you all in good health. Yours in friendship and confusion.
The Traveler.
Well, that has me more worried than I was before.
Yes, but sadly that is all we have time for. The poor fire is nearly out.
Yes, my friend. I do believe I see the crackle of a story on those flames. But for next time.
The fire burns low, with stories ever glowing.
Keep an eye out for the Traveler while you're out there, honored guests.
We will see you all soon.
Honored guests, come, follow me, for you mustn't stay at our house for too long. I understand what the Traveler is saying. I used to fade so much if I tried to leave the house at all. But you must go. You see, if you stay, you are the one that fades. Stay close behind, my guests, and whatever you do, don't answer any voices you may hear on the way out. Oh, but do come back. Hearing the circle stories brings me to life.
You have been listening to The House of Branching Paths, a theatrical podcast experience brought to you by Round 2 Productions, created by Mark Kilmer and Caroline Miller, with featured artists Kimmy Kidd, Bill Blanky, April Sita, Justin Panachia-Shimza, Jamie Chandler, George Dewar, Joshua Towers, and Katie Bailey, with music by Elegy. For even more content, join us on our Patreon, or for more stories like these, be sure to visit your local library. Thank you for joining us, honored guests, and remember, the fire may burn low, but the stories are ever glowing.